think you will like this. Do not feel lonely. The entire universe is inside you. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. It's a poem from Rumi, and
Love it.
he talks about the connection with the God or with the universe. You can think about it from the Christianity point of view. You can think about it from other traditions, religions, or you can see it as your internal guide or soul or your essence that is inside of you. And we usually belittle ourselves. We can treat other people with respect and admiration, but usually we are much harder on ourselves. And we should time by time return to that feeling that we are the origin of this reality. We are the essence and the reason why this universe is in existence. In our essence, of course, not as a human being, not as a embodied entity, but as our soul, because our soul is connected to that universal consciousness or a higher intelligence or God. So when you start thinking about it in this way, you can change anything in your life, and you can be the guide and the man who is creating the future, not who is drawn by some destiny.
The man who is creating the future, not being taught by destiny.
Because destiny, there is kind of a destiny, I believe, like a personal destiny that you have a role, or that you have a kind of a purpose that you should fulfill in your life. But the way how you get there, and if you will follow your chosen path, it's up to you. That's the freedom we have. That's our free will to choose. We can even go completely the opposite way, but it will be difficult for us to keep going and struggling. The idea that you can even change the way you perceive the world was maybe 10, 12, 20 years ago, that our brain is almost fixed when you get to your 30s. Because the quantity of neurons and synapses and neuronal network is already created, and it's not growing. And just recently, we realized that this is not true. This is true only partially because we stop learning through our life. We stop longing for wisdom, for spirituality and intellectual understanding, and therefore our brain is not developing anymore. And in our Western society, it's kind of epidemic these days of the brain problems and memory decline, dementia, Alzheimer's, and all these brain problems. That is due to deterioration of our brain neural network. But the cognitive aging is not the same for everyone. There are people that are in their 80s and they are very bright. They don't forget any single thing what they meet during the life. They remember everything, and they are very wise and very intelligent. And actually, in 2021, Czech scientists they were the first ones to discover the effect of aminoids on our brain, and especially on these diseases. And there is a remedy, or there are several remedies that you can use to keep your brain healthy and to use your brain through the whole life. First possibility is some nutritions, good nutritions for the brain, like flavanols, resveratrol, which is in a good red wine, Mediterranean diet, and these French cheeses like camembert or brie or cocoa, not chocolate, but because it destroys the flavanols if you cook it. So it's the raw cocoa. Or a good quality green tea. There is epigallocatechin gallate, which is very important for our brain health. So you can use good green tea like Benifuki. You can use magnesium, a special type that is for your brain. And you can keep yourself active till the very end. You don't need to destroy your brain. But we are used to finish the school, finish the university, and then we go to work, and then we repeat like androids every day the same thing through the whole life, and we don't um, stimulate our brain to grow anymore. And that's the problem of the Western society. Of course, there are other possibilities how you can work with the neuroplasticity, which is basically the brain's adaptability through the experience. And that's intellectual stimulation. So if you start learning new languages, or if you get to different sciences or education that was not in your bucket of education, you keep stimulating your brain to grow a new cells. But the most important part and the most effective way to keep your brain active and healthy is through the meditation. And the meditation shows that you stimulate the parts of the brain that are more important for cooperation, for emotions, for empathy, instead of stimulating these fear centers that are usually used mainly when you watch TV or when you overstimulating your senses. And there is even studies that shows that the spiritual practice is very helpful in this respect. So if you keep developing your own sadhana, your own spiritual practice, and it doesn't matter if you choose some natural traditions like shamanism, or if you use Christianity and prayer, or if your path is through yoga practice and meditation, or whatever you choose, however you want to do that, it really helps to develop also our brain.